Let's go. So it's the standoff of who's gonna do the intro.
Oh,
Your turn.
Oh shit.
I took over Gremlin last time. I feel bad.
Okay, I'll do it this time. Hello and welcome to Basically Chaotic Podcast. My name is Cos the Wagon. Let's go around the room, and before anyone can say anything, I don't have a bit this week because I don't know. Sorry that we're late this week.
It's alright.
Alright, and I am Tiff Twinkle, and next to me I have...
Funny meow. And next to me I have...
Hi, Gremlin Child. And we already have met Pineapple next to me.
Pineapple.
Yeah, your hair.
Oh yeah. Me playing with my hair. Stunning.
No one can see it.
Oh, no one can see it.
No, it's just our thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally just looked up and I see pineapple hair.
Pineapple. Yeah. Purple and brown pineapple. So we are talking about social media this week. Oh my god, the thing that we do. And the impacts of cosplay, I believe it is. The impact that's had on cosplay.
Yeah.
What?
Because not gonna lie, I feel as though it has played a very huge part. Like, we're not saying it's a bad thing, but there are its pros and cons to obviously everything that is done.
Well,
Also, I apologize to everyone who's listening to this. I'm sounding very, very off today, but we power through.
Tiff.
We weren't gonna make a comment.
Oh, it's fine. I'm hoping that the audio's fine. That's all I care about. But no.
But
go on.
I was gonna say, like, since the topic is the impact of social media on cosplays, I just want to mention I opened up socials today, and Baby No Money finally did the Gojo cosplay.
Oh, I saw that.
And everyone was messaging me, and I was like,
oh my god, I love that.
I'll have a
He looks really good as Gojo.
yeah. And it was kind of smart how he, like, incorporated his beard to it, because, like, obviously he doesn't want to shave the beard. It's, like, he's part of his, like, visual. But, like, it was just so funny. I was like, who is this Gojo with a beard? And then I'm like, oh, that's Baby No Money. I'm like, not gonna lie, that's actually looks pretty good.
Oh, we do love that.
So how long has everyone been posting on social media their cosplay stuff? Back to the topic.
So...
Or does anyone have any, I don't know, like, stories?
I'd rather not talk about my one.
I mean, I started posting, like, towards the start of lockdown. So I feel like I was gonna post before and then got into lockdown. I'm like, oh great, I need to make some, I want to post some photos of, like, some cosplays I recently got. It was very heavy in the Danganronpa era, so there was a lot of
Danganronpa cosplayer.
So at first there was like, before the Danganronpa there was Himiko Toga, but then I got it. I realized, oh yeah, I've got a Chiaki cosplay. Let me use that. So I was doing all these, like, silly little videos on TikTok, as Chiaki. Didn't go anywhere, but it was just fun. And then I got. I put together a closet cosplay of, I think Mikuro. It's like a character that's, like, later on the first game. but I did that. And then I had Samugi as well.
Yeah, I started posting 7 years ago, I think it was.
I think I started posting around the same time as Laws as well.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, definitely pre-COVID for me at very least. I want to say it was 2018 ish.
I
It
thought
was.
mine was like 17-ish,
Yeah.
I think.
But yeah, no. I think like the main difference between like Instagrams and such is like what a lot of people were posting, like compared to obviously Oni and such as well. Because I don't know if you know this, like I've been going on for a while, but the whole thing of like photos versus reels. So a lot, obviously,
Yeah.
a lot no more now is all the like, oh yeah, get your reels out, get your videos out, your short form videos, blah blah blah. Where I find it used to be a lot of, oh yeah, photos, 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 and such. So there has very much been a different shift in that. Although at least with Instagram, I know, ever since they put that, like the stories feature, which is obviously the thing that came over from Snapchat onto Instagram. I like that they did that because then you can actually be a bit more interactive with your fandoms. Fandoms, people, friends, etc.
My biggest gripe um with social media as a whole is the fact that one company comes out and does something, and cosplayers obviously take advantage of it. It's great. That's where the whole TikTok / Musically craze like came into. Because before TikTok obviously was rebranded from Musically.
Basically, yeah.
Every cosplayer was posting on that. And that was like the only place you could really do it. You couldn't do it anywhere else. You couldn't post proper videos and all that on Twitter without it like being basically like it looks like handheld footage and all that. And the same with Instagram. Instagram didn't really have that functionality until they started investing in Reels, and that was only in the last I want to say.
Yeah, that was only recently because they obviously took it off TikTok once TikTok became a lot more popular, and then they did it on that, and then they did it on Facebook. Actually,
Yeah.
one thing, have you ever noticed is that, like, for cosplay at least, depending on where you are in the world or what fandoms you're into and such, stuff like that, equals to which platform you use more.
Yeah. No,
Because obviously,
that's
so
legit.
I find in Australia we use Instagram the most, right? To share cosplays, all of that stuff. But one thing I find common with at least friends of mine who are from the States use a lot, like they use Instagram and TikTok and all of that, but they also use Twitter a lot more.
Yeah, no, it's because it just depends on the place that
Oh yeah, it's
that
just
like
the
that social.
trends and where people are.
Yeah, so like if I brought up all my stats, so for context, I only started posting on Tiff Twinkle actually in I think it was 2019. Other than that, it was my original. It was my gamer tag account that I had for Instagram that I would post all my cosplays on. My God, I do not regret that. Because I still have the account. The account is still active under my name. I finally got it back, like after logging in and all that. But I used to post all my cosplay stuff on Instagram. Then I slowly started to migrate, obviously, over to more of my fashion stuff as well, because I didn't really have a platform for that. And then, obviously, that's now translated to obviously using stuff like TikTok, Twitter, all that sort of stuff, because it just depends on where your audience comes from as well. And I feel as though, this is obviously not to sound rude to any social media companies out there, but my God, don't have double standards I'm gonna say that now. Because companies do unfortunately have that, and it was noted the other week when a whole bunch of Aussie content creators had a chat with, I think it was the Twitch CEO.
Oh.
Yeah, and they were talking. This was a whole like thing talking about like how Twitch is like sort of just only really helping like partners and all that. It's the same sort of stuff with like how using certain things cosplayers have had to like obviously adapt and try and like gain their following and all that, because I don't want to sound rude and all that, but following is not everything. It really isn't. At the end of the day, it is just how you present yourself to like companies, to anybody really, if you want to, get ahead. If that makes
On
sense.
that as well, agree on the whole thing that followers and such don't equal engagement. That's a big thing I've like had to teach myself and learn myself, is that like you see these people in these cosplays with these massive like follower accounts, but then you go and look at their actual photos and such, and they're probably not even hitting 100 likes. So it's one of those things of followers don't equal engagement.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
No,
Like
a lot of times. Oh, sorry.
No,
I was gonna say a lot of the times they like companies tend to focus on how active your following is and what audience you attract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
It doesn't matter
found that as well.
Yeah.
And the other side of that is, and the other side of that is as well is just like being able, with companies are also looking for, can you bring followers to their account? So if you've got a whole lot of like bots and inactive followers, they're not going to generate any like engagement with your photos, and they're not going to follow your links through.
Exactly. And I think that's why
like at least once.
Yeah, no, and the thing is, right, when it comes to just like when you have to look at like obviously your engagement and all that, it is a pretty hard game of, you've got to work with that. You've got to work with what the social media companies are throwing at us, because not gonna lie, the social media companies, they just basically they're at war with each other, if that makes sense. They've got to try and fight, each other's different, whatever it is. So like when TikTok was on the rise, which still is, TikTok is like I think the most dominant platform, like more dominant than YouTube now. Because YouTube has obviously got YouTube Shorts. I rarely see cosplayers use that.
No, I don't. Well, that's the same with TikTok Reels. A lot of people, even non-cosplay, this is just general content, what they do is that they post it on TikTok and then re-upload it to Reels.
Yeah, like I've done that. I'm gonna say this now. I am guilty of that, right? We're all guilty of that in some way, shape, or form, where we upload a TikTok straight to Instagram, to YouTube, whatever the case may be, right? I obviously do it across all my accounts because I'm like, not only is it like it's uniform across all my socials, it's also I'm showcasing it to my wider audiences that are different on every platform, right? But having said that, when these companies are battling each other, like cosplayers obviously don't take notice of it. They just post and then they start getting followings on TikTok because that's their primary platform because of how short form of content it is. And like with that, I feel as though the photo side of cosplayers is I want to say it's slowly dying out. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like I don't think it'll ever die, but it's not because it's not getting the likes and the views and such that a lot of people are hoping for. it's not like as popular to do anymore
Yeah,
compared to, I want to say, very much pre-COVID, because to me, really, pre-COVID is pre-reels, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna look this up now. I'm gonna look it up now.
Mm.
Even though we had TikTok pre-COVID, like TikTok
No, we didn't have
really.
TikTok pre-COVID. It was rebranding at that point.
No,
No,
It was
pre-COVID
it was
was
still
TikTok.
TikTok, because I was on. That's how I got my following on TikTok, was pre-COVID.
Yeah, because it turned into TikTok at 2016.
Yeah,
That's when
it's
I
been-
remember the year.
Yeah, hasn't been Musically in a hot ass while, which obviously Musically is the
Original.
kind of the original. Technically, Vine, I think, would technically be classed the original, even though Vine
Yeah.
was by a
Alright,
different company,
so
but
I
it still
actually-
did the same stuff.
Okay, so I actually went and looked it up. Instagram Reels was first introduced on August 5th, 2020, so literally a year into the pandemic. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they would have saw that TikTok would have been the thing taking the internet by storm, and they're like, yo, we need more active people here. Let's introduce Reels.
Yeah, and funnily enough, Reels at first were 15 seconds long, fun fact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
amount of seconds as TikTok.
TikToks
No,
was
longer.
a minute.
Yeah.
No, TikToks was like at least
That's
a
a
minute.
minute.
You could at least do a minute.
Yeah. But way before that, TikTok was just 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
It was
fun
just-
Yeah.
fact to Oni, the final release of Musically before they rebranded was August 2nd, 2018.
Okay, so I got one. I knew it wasn't in the pandemic.
Yeah, no, it
What?
wasn't.
Yeah.
I knew it was like at least 20.
Yeah, it
Like-
was early, and we haven't had Musically in a
Like-
hot while. Which, funny enough, to me, Musically was the cosplayer. It's social, like
Yeah.
cosplayers were dominating, and even at that, for the first bit of TikTok, cosplayers were dominating TikTok, and then more mainstream people got onto TikTok, the more popular TikTok got, the less TikTok. And then I know this has been a constant struggle between TikTok versus cosplayers, because people see as TikTok cosplayers made TikTok what it is, but at the same time, like TikTok likes to really suppress cosplayers, especially their views and engagement and such.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
if you
that's-
like do the if you tag cosplay in
Yeah.
it, which
Yeah, I remember for
sorry.
the longest time it was, don't ever put the word cosplay. You do cosplay, but instead of an O, it was a 0 to tag
Yeah,
it
because
cosplay.
they had I don't know how
they were
did it.
cracking down on it.
They
Yeah,
were shadow banding the cosplayer tag.
yeah,
So
Oh,
like
for a hot
videos
time.
under cosplayer was like getting like
Which-
no like algorithm, like wasn't going through the algorithm properly.
Yeah.
yeah. Which
No, it
I know is still a major issue. I think the issue's just more moved on to the title of lip sync videos. So TikTok
Yeah.
pushes more original content over lip sync. Though I say that the stuff that's actually popping up on my For You page is those stolen videos with the slime video next to it.
Yeah.
9 times
Oh
out
Oh
of
my
10.
god.
Yeah.
And I
that's
won't,
about
and I
right.
won't lie,
Simulating
I'm on
videos.
Gravity Falls TikTok at the moment with the whole Book of Bill, because low-key obsessed.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
It is. I'm eating it up. But yeah, like that's kind of just what's popular, and like yeah, there's obviously different types of TikTok, so you can be on different sides of TikTok. Some people might be the lucky ones that constantly get those cosplay videos. But yeah, I find TikTok's like kind of the Wild West when it comes to cosplay now.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Like, I did... So, I'm not gonna lie, talking about the whole censorship, I'm gonna bring up... This is when I had done a couple of videos for my Percy cosplay.
Hmm.
I can actually go and look at it now. Hang on. I need to actually go and look at it now. But I did a few Percy videos, because I thought, you know what? My Percy cosplay looks kind of good. I'm going to do some stuff, right? So collectively across 1, 2, 3. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4? Question mark? Where's the other one? All right, it'll be 4. Okay, so across five or 6 videos, right? Collectively, I have in total about almost 3,000 views across 6 videos.
Yeah.
And like they weren't like the other thing is they didn't have weapons or anything in a majority of them, apart from 2. They didn't have anything bad, and I wasn't even lip syncing, and yet my engagement wasn't there. And I would have had at the time maybe about 6K followers. Like, yes, I'm very small. I don't give a shit though if I'm huge or not. You know, like the content I create sometimes speaks for itself. That's what I care about, right? But when I did cosplay, I got shit all on the algorithm. As soon as I went back to my fashion stuff, instant pick back up.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
what is the difference between cosplayers as opposed to me doing my fashion stuff, or Oni just doing a random dance challenge thing at Smash last year?
Did not so bad. Wait,
yeah, but that's what I mean.
That's
what I mean.
Yeah,
Right?
well, I agree, because, like, I look through some of my TikToks and I'm like, I wonder why this one got a lot more views and likes and such over the other. To be honest, I'm at a point with TikTok where I don't care, because I know how much it is a wild west of, like, and I believe this has always been a thing of TikTok, is you never know which one's going to blow up because it's so wild. Like, there's no real constants with it.
Yeah. But, like, also, like, it's so easy to doom scroll through Reels and TikTok nowadays. Like, I find now, like, even I rarely check my DMs because people send me TikToks. I'll send people TikToks. I just scroll through the page and then I'm like, yep, that's it, I'm done. But, like, it's weird how, like, easy my brain
And then
can
you get
just
that
switch off
ad
in it.
on TikTok. But the thing is that you get that ad on TikTok, it's like, maybe you should take a break. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I get that one often.
I actually
don't want
have
the
like a 10-minute reminder on TikTok now, only because I've found that I've spent an hour on TikTok one day, and I was like, I just wasted an hour of my day scrolling through TikTok. This is not good for me, because I should have done other things instead of scroll through TikTok, but instead I was scrolling through TikTok. So I put a timer on it, and it always comes up, and I'm like, this is getting annoying. But then I'm like, I'm not switching it off, because I know if I switch it off, I'm not gonna do anything about it. So I'll get off it. So now it's great that it has that feature as well, especially for those that just get lost in TikTok. Like, I can, like, go on to a deep dive in TikTok and then realize, like, how did I get here?
Yeah. You just keep scrolling down. I have what I call TikTok naps, where I'll be scrolling on TikTok and I'm watching the videos. I know I'm watching the videos. I'm understanding the videos, but, like, as soon as I stop, I feel like I've had a nap. Like, my brain shuts off that fast, that hard when I'm scrolling through TikTok that I've had a nap.
I've the complete same, because then I get up and I'm like, why did it feel like I just woke from a nap, or I'm just that tired? Like, what?
Yeah. Also, on another somewhat related random note, have you ever heard of, so we can't get it here, but it's Douyin? It's the Chinese TikTok.
No.
Okay, so Douyin we can't get it. It's only in, I believe it's only in China. But it's the Chinese TikTok. So if you ever see those girls, the really, really skinny, very much edited girls on TikTok and such, and it's got all the, like, and normally it's Chinese
Ones with the big
captions.
ass features on their cosplays or something.
Yeah. And they're just doing these little dances on TikTok and such, and normally it's all in Chinese. That's normally because it's been taken, someone's reposted it from Douyin onto TikTok. So weirdly enough, cosplay, at least I find, is a lot more popular over on Dojin. Which is like another wrangling it back to the different social medias each country uses. I don't know too much about it, but like I've been looking into it. So like we can't access it. You've got to have like a Chinese VPN or Chinese account, and it's like full Chinese. You got to speak whatever the language is to even navigate it. But yeah, no, I find it's very much popular there. A lot more popular to do cosplay and that type of stuff over on those social medias compared to us Westerners.
Yeah, I mean that like
that's like
would
the
make
whole
sense because the mainstream is very like there's a lot of mix of people worldwide that is just like, oh, what is this cosplay stuff? So it gets lost in there. Whereas like I feel like cosplay would be more well known there. Yeah.
Well, that's like the old. I don't know. I believe it's still a thing. Bilibili, which is
Bilibili is their YouTube, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, which I remember used to post a lot of like cosplay related dance videos and such. Like you'd have the girls doing the cosplay dances the dances in cosplay.
Yeah. I remember seeing like the watermark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's like apparently Bilibili has like a convention, kind of like the Bilibili Con or something, a Bilibili convention or whatever it is in the other languages and such. Loki kind of wanted to check it out, but no, yeah, they do stuff like that as well, and I find it really cool that they do push a lot of cosplay content.
Well, yeah, I know. Me and Tim will know that they've also got an esports team called Bilibili Gaming.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah. Well, yeah, they do a lot of the gaming stuff as well, which would probably overlapping because I've seen a lot of gaming cosplays come from Bilibili.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it is pretty
cool. The way I know Bilibili is because of all the Love Live dance covers.
That's how I originally found Bilibili, and then finding all the other stuff Bilibili does, but being another social media stage which likes to promote, which would be really nice if we could have it on our side as well, but that's the annoying thing is just these companies, I'm probably going to use this word incorrectly, but they kind of whitewash content. Like,
if
that makes sense. Like,
that's right.
It's a lot of it's a lot of like just you real general white girl with daddy's money content.
Oi.
No, I'm kidding. But like you know what I mean. The stuff that's getting pushed is like just it feels like it gets put into a machine. That's why I like TikTok in the sense of stuff that gets popular is often enough times where people are just normal people.
Yeah.
And then obviously then it gets whitewashed after. But that's my hot 2 cents take on that whole side.
I think like talking about like trying to navigate the rounds of social media and all that. I think like one of my biggest issues that I have with it is the fact that I feel like it's basically now a marketing and research job now at this point.
Oh yeah.
Like like I have to go and now see what it is like what is trending and all that. Like I had what was it, YouTube the other day was like, oh, do your research into algorithms and current trends, and I'm sitting here like
that's what I do.
That's what I do already, but also why don't you just promote the shit out of other content creators? Like, would that
also
make
on
sense?
that, pay to plays. So TikTok, I find, can be very easily pay to play. I get pushed of, oh yeah, promote your TikTok or pay X amount and we'll push you to more people and such. And it's like, can you just push my content then?
Yeah,
If
like
you can
it's
push
not
my
that.
content, can you just push my content? I don't want to spend like $50 just so people can watch my videos.
Yeah, I don't want to have to spend money on this stuff when you know it's a free service. It's like all these companies pushing the whole narrative of, oh, pay to get verified, and it's like, why?
Yeah. Like,
Mm.
it's not like how it used to be of, well, the main one that was verified was Twitter. How it used to be once you got to a certain like number or popularity or like status, that's when you get verified. Like,
I
now
remember
you can just pay for your
musically
little blue
TikTok.
tick. Yeah, I remember when
Musically
TikTok used to
after you got,
do verified and crowned and such.
yeah, it was after I think certain number of followers, which I was close to at one point. But then they abolished the whole thing, so I never got it.
What was it?
Yeah, they did that. TikTok, musically, when you can get crowned or verified.
Oh yeah.
I was close to it because I had a following at that point.
I think
But
TikTok
then,
now.
obviously, they took it away.
Yeah, I think
You have to pay
TikTok
for
now.
it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, this
TikTok's
is the reminder I get now.
TikTok is the only social media I think that doesn't pay for verification. All you have to do is just produce a government ID of some description. That's literally it. I'm pretty sure, because Instagram, or Meta, I should say. Like, this is the other thing too.
Meta.
How are these people paying for a Meta subscription? Because it's quite high. It's like a decent price per month, right? And I see cosplayers who, like, this is not to shit on any cosplayer who has it, but like, why are you paying for a verified thing? Unless you've had multiple people try and impersonate you, sure. But that's still a shitty thing to sort of circumnavigate that. Cause like,
Wait, what?
Because like I've seen cosplayers who have had the verified thing, which is fine. Like, that's not an issue. Like,
Yeah,
if you have it because, like, obviously you've had people impersonate your account, I can understand that.
Oh, I've had someone get it only because their Instagram broke at one point, and they're like, "How do I fix it?" And then there was a option to be like, "Oh, wait, how about I get verified, and then maybe that will fix it." And I think it sort of helped them. And I think they've just kept the subscription as well, which is fine.
Actually, I'm gonna look that up now. How much is a subscription? I'm gonna look this up now.
Look, it's like a personal choice, I find, because it's like, oh yeah, you can be verified if you want, because like, it just shows you're like professionally taking, like, you want to use all the features of Instagram for like a business or something like that. I know, like, it's very split on whether to have a subscription or not, because some people are against subscriptions, and then you also have people against the people head of the platform. So it's like,
Yeah. It's a case by case type thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I've just looked up, by the way, TikTok, Meta, and Twitter. Still gonna call it Twitter. Don't give a shit what you say, chat.
Zitta.
No, we're not calling it
Zitta.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I'd like to point this out, okay? Ready?
Zitties. Sorry.
Oh my god.
You sure you don't want some zitties?
Some
Oh
zitties.
my god.
Some two big zitties.
Oh, actually, you know
Wait,
what?
are you a zitter?
Wait, actually,
You a sinner.
Do you
so
like
so
me?
this is something that I'm actually going to bring up now, which is why I hate the fact that this is a paid service that you can just easily do. I quickly glanced over at the chat and I saw one comment, which I remember this whole story because it wiped out like 14 or something $billion off of a company's like market share or some shit. And it was
Oh.
the guy who paid for Twitter verified, changed his name to the pharmaceutical company and said insulin is free. If anybody remembers that.
I don't.
Think I
Okay.
remember saying something about it.
Okay, so this is the dangers of like having this as a function in social media, and this is why like I feel as though it comes back towards like, you know, people can impersonate people, so especially like big name cosplayers, say for instance, right?
Yeah.
Or for like having that mentality of, oh, I've got to become verified to become popular and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it was the fact that this guy single-handedly wiped out all of this market share because a pharmaceutical company in the US
Why is it
basically
always the US?
no okay, because the US charges like $1,000 for insulin.
I am very
Jesus.
lost.
And basically he changed his name and then managed to erase $15 billion off the market cap, pretending to be that company, all because it had the blue check, like the verified check,
Mm.
and he just said insulin was free. It was the greatest thing ever. But this comes back to the whole thing of, you know, people feel like they need to have this verified thing. I don't think it's necessary unless you are a legitimate like business or a celebrity, in my honest opinion. Like an actual, like, you know, you could be like an actual cosplay celebrity, say for instance, right? Like, I don't feel as though everyone needs it per se, unless you, obviously, if you have like people trying to impersonate you and all that sort of stuff. I can understand that.
Impersonate.
Yeah. But having said that,
Because
back
identity
to
theft is a crime.
yeah, identity theft is technically a crime. But back to the whole thing. This is why I haven't verified on TikTok yet, but like I would in a heartbeat. TikTok do not charge for verification. You can just verify as long as you meet one of their requirements, which is you must have a public profile. You must be you could be notable. You must have secure two-step verification on. That you are the authentic person representing that account, and that you are an active member within the past 6 months. That's it. That's all you need to do, and then just submit an ID check. That's literally it, right? Very simple. Meta verified. Standard for creators, $15 a month. And you want to know what that gets you? A verified badge, impersonation protection, and meta verified support. Enhanced for Facebook and Instagram, you get enhanced profile and search optimization coming soon.
I think wait, let me see.
Right.
Because
And then
I remember I was trying to get
Twitter, or how to get the blue check mark on X. You have to be subscribed to X Premium, and that you meet the following criteria to retain or receive it. Your account must have a display name and photo. It must be active in the last 30 days. Subscribe to X Premium. That sounds so wrong. Your account must have a confirmed phone number. Your account must have no recent changes to your profile photo, display name, or user handle. Your account must have no signs of being misleading or deceptive, and you must have no signs of engaging in platform manipulation or spam. It's just barbaric, in my honest opinion.
sounds really insane.
It is. But we love it. But no, I feel as though I do want to say though, like having said that, all of that, I feel as though these companies with these like checks and all that, it really does play on cosplayers who I'm not gonna say like don't chase your dreams and all that. If you want to become a cosplayer and all that, it's great. Like, go for it, right? But don't. I feel as though don't get suckered in just yet to like these companies with like subscriptions and all this other stuff. Just don't do it just yet. Just wait. I don't know. It's just that's how I feel.
On another topic of cosplay and social media, what do you think about like the impacts of what it's done to cosplayers, like the need to turn out content? Like, I know personally, I'm like, I post 3 times a week, but that's just because I've got so much content that I've made that I just need to get it out. But I know there's also this expectation that, for a lot of people, that you need to be a content creator, that if you're a cosplayer, you need to have an Instagram and you need to have a following. And then a lot of people see that just as the cosplayer experience. Like, you can't just get into fancy little dress-ups.
Like, once upon a time, it was like, oh yeah, the tutorials, and then they just get, like, they were also very popular and helped grow a lot of cosplayers. But most of the time, like, back in the day, it was just photos, and you'd be like, oh my gosh, that is such a cool build, follow. Yeah. But now it's like, providing content and providing, like, and that's what gets you into the algorithm. Because people are more prominent to doom scroll on Instagram than to scroll through the explore page.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that anyways, because
I won't lie, I'm guilty of that as well.
And like, that's why like the algorithm just works better with reels now. It's like, even like cosplayers are hopping on trends where they show off their cosplay with a TikTok audio or just any audio, and they have show the cosplay that you are the most proud of, and the cosplay that you first made and stuff, and you'll just show like a static image, but like it's a reel, so people will find it. But like,
yeah. No, because I'm also finding on that a lot of people feel like they're being forced to do that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like, say, and that's what's bringing the quality of content down, is because people feel like they're forced to turn out. The other side of it is the whole thing of the trending. So prime example, during COVID, a lot of people, and this goes into a lot of the fast fashion that's associated with cosplay, which it might be a topic for another day. People were like using their cosplays for one photo shoot, one TikTok session, and then chucking them out because it wasn't trending anymore. If not, they felt like they had to stay on top of these trends to stay relevant. So they had to be in the newest cosplay, from the newest fandom, from the most trendingest fandom. And then it's just churning out very bland content instead of focusing on content that would look really good. So that's the prime one
quality
of like,
over
the cosplay
quantity.
Yeah, the quality over quantity, and that's where I think we've lost a lot of photos, because photos take time, where a quick 15-second video of you dancing in cosplay takes, as I said, 15 seconds.
Yeah. And like, I even like, I know like there's a lot of cosplayers I follow, like, that I've like noticed like they will reuse their cosplays and then try and do it like they will try and improve it like from the last time they wore it, and then they'll try and make sure like it looks good over how much content they've got. Like, it's which is what I love seeing that, actually, because
because I'm a big fan of use, reuse, recycle, especially when it comes to cosplay sustainability. So obviously that's like, you use your cosplay multiple times, recycle pieces, use them in different costumes,
Yeah.
upgrade, and then once it gets to the point where you have no more use for this cosplay, sell it on. Donate it to another cosplayer. There is 9 times out of 10 there's a cosplayer that will find a part of that costume useful. If not, say, I know I've started selling some of my costumes and wigs and such, and I sold my Mercy cosplay last night, and someone was like, "Oh my god, I've been dreaming about doing this cosplay. Thank you for selling it to me." And I'm like, this cosplay is seeing the end of her days because I'm its second user, and I'm so happy to see that this cosplay is being used again. But to be honest, that's Lauren going into a whole nother topic right there. But yeah, no, it's like people, I find, feel the need that they need to turn out a lot of content for social media, which really shouldn't be the case as well, especially if you're trying to get that like engagement.
I'm gonna call out somebody then on this in this chat.
Huh?
What?
Me, I've already said you went off to somewhere as I said this, where the only reason why I'm posting a lot is because I physically can. And I will say I'm thankful that I can. I've worked hard to be able to post as much as I do. But at the same time, it's like also this is how people get social media burnout. Won't lie, I've been going through it. Like the social media burnout hits really hard, especially when you're turning out so much content and feeling pressured to do so many photo shoots and so many costumes and all of that type of stuff.
There is so many photos I still haven't posted, but I've like lost track.
I won't lie, I'm the same. I've still got photos I haven't posted from like 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh, I've got lockdown photos of me in my Nekopara cosplay, and I'm just like, oh, these are cute. And I look back at them, I'm like, but these aren't updated.
Yeah.
Like, I can do this 10 times better now, I think. Like,
Yeah,
I was happy with the makeup with that, but like, I feel like I could have done like a better job, like posing-wise and stuff. Like, yeah.
Just do a Fortnite emote and do a 15-second video, then you're fine.
Bruh, I might as well like wear my Himiko Toga cosplay again and be like, I'm the girl from Fortnite. So I'm like,
I won't lie.
You did so much
I've
hate.
been in the process of making just the standard Nora Brave Aloy, and I really want to go to a Genshin meetup as Aloy.
oh my
Just
gosh.
for the laughs and see how many people find it funny that there's an Aloy there.
Honestly, do it. I want to see if that works. It's like,
If you can, do it for PAX.
no, just be like, no, I'm the girl from Fortnite. I think she's in Fortnite as well.
Aloy. I wouldn't surprise me.
I feel like
There's a lot of marketing
New Dawn
that-
like did a lot of marketing that time, and they just went, "Yo, Genshin," and then they're like, "Oh, also Fortnite," and then.
Hi God, she actually is.
I told you.
She actually is. I went to go look at her. She's been. She is a purchasable outfit from Chapter 2. First released Chapter 2 Season 6 as part of the Horizon Zero Dawn set. You could have also attained her for free by competing and ranking high in the Aloy Cup in 2021. Other than that, she has not appeared back in the shop.
Well, that's the same with the Aloy in Genshin. She hasn't appeared since the promo, and then Genshin Impact has never done a crossover promo like that ever since. I hate it so much.
Oh, wait, when are they gonna do a crossover promo with like League or something?
Oh, I could see that actually.
Well,
like, imagine Jinx and Fontaine.
Their other IPs and such, because they did a crossover with Duolingo. I would have loved to see a Duolingo X Klee outfit.
Yeah!
Because they put Duolingo in a Klee. Technically, Duolingo is a cosplay king. I love Duolingo so much, especially their social media team.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But they put Duolingo in a Klee cosplay. I want to see Klee in a Duolingo cosplay.
That'd be terrifying.
Someone do it. That's someone's next cosplay plan. I sent this to Gremlin.
I feel like I'm getting forced into this one.
No, I sent this one to you. So a friend of mine from Melbourne, I can't remember which convention they did it to, but they did Flea with the Duolingo head, and it was absolutely funny.
I don't know if I know them, but oh my gosh.
I'd have to find it again. I'd have to
See,
scroll
there's
through our
also
messages. But...
you know what's funny? There's also like we were talking mainly about all the impact that it's had, like mainly the negative stuff, but there has been positive
Oh yeah,
stuff. There's
many
always
positives.
been positives like to the negatives, like.
Also on the side of like social media has like skyrocketed people's careers, right? So you look at like some of the top cosplayers. So you got like Jessica Nigri. If it wasn't for like her being at a convention, her photo getting posted up on some sort of social media, she would have never been popular.
So you know what's funny with Jessica Nigri? I think a lot of her photos got posted to fucking Reddit of all things.
Yeah. Kamui Cosplay, obviously her social media, and then she started posting on YouTube her videos and such, and obviously absolute queen. Cowback Crunches, same deal, started posting a lot of her cosplays and primarily her wigs up, and she blew up. Who else is there? Same Kimpatsu, same deal. Like a lot of people, that's how they've started their careers in being a professional full-time cosplayer, is because of social media. And also just in general like that, if it wasn't for social media, a lot of people wouldn't get like collabs and be recognized by these companies and such that are like, hey, we want to bring you on and have you dress up for our event, promote our events and such. And be paid this way and do professional cosplay that way and such.
Yeah,
and as well, just in general,
it's always...
we probably wouldn't have met if it wasn't for social media, right?
Yeah, that's the legitimate thing. Like, going back, I first met Loza technically. I met them at a small event in their local area. That's how I first met them.
Well, I think technically we met through mutuals beforehand, but that's where we first started talking.
Yeah, like we met through mutuals. We then started talking more often, and then now we're here. Unfortunately, I can't get rid of them. So if anybody wants a Coswagon as a pet,
As a pet? Wow! Not a pet!
I'm sorry. Don't
Pet wagon.
Okay, so I now need accommodation for PAX Australia.
Yeah.
So is anyone going?
Cancel.
So, Oni, do you need somewhere to stay for PAX?
Yeah, sure.
Spot just opened.
I mean, I'm happy to take it.
I mean, Oni, you can share the bed with me.
Yay, wife!
Fine, I'll go down the road to someone. I think he'll house me for that.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
No, but in all seriousness though, like social media wouldn't have gotten us together, essentially. Like everyone says that social media is not like a big thing. It is a big thing when you look at it as a whole perspective. It has brought us together. It has basically shown the bigger community. You know, you then see all these events from around the world that like pop up on your social media and all that. Like I think I saw there was an event on, I think it was in, I want to say like Germany or something, but it looked so good. And it was a convention or something, and it just looked so good, and I was like, I'm seeing these events, and it's like this is so
and
great.
Then as well, you're becoming friends with people from other countries that you wouldn't have become friends with. Like, I've made through TikTok posting my like Critical Role content. I've become really good mutuals with people from Germany, like critters in Germany, and people from America and such. And that's the same with Instagram. I've got good friends over in the UK. I've got good friends over in America that like I would have never been able to become friends with if it wasn't for social media. And even bringing it back home, state to state, there's so many people who I consider dear friends now that aren't from my state or my local area or don't attend my local conventions. If it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't have known about them.
Yeah, like you wouldn't have discovered these people. You wouldn't have discovered you know, like it's you wouldn't discover all these friends, all these people, all these mutuals that you end up becoming friends, like that you end up talking to who have the same interests, and that's a powerful thing. Like it's great that we have people who, you know, we're interested in, you know, the stuff that you have a passion for, and as opposed to like before where it might have been like a Reddit post or something. Like nowadays it's like you have the ability to just be able to just see all these fandoms just interact, and it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Absolutely is.
Now, I want to bring up one thing. Why does your Oz Comic Con have the good guests? Like, what the hell?
I
I didn't pay another plane ticket to Sydney. Like, bruh.
I low-key am like looking at a few Genshin Impact cosplays. Like, they really said, you know what? You're getting back into Genshin Impact. Why don't we just give you the main character and Scaramucci
And Xiao.
and Xiao, and Xiao, and I'm like,
They're all popular ones too, so I'm just like,
and the ones that have not been down here before as well. I thought we got good with freaking Duke over with Genshin Impact, but no, they really, Oscon really went, you know what? Let's just
They
like,
turned
this
around
to you. I know.
oh like, bruh. Okay, we got, okay, I can't complain too much because we did get Yai Miko and Beto, but
I think you've also had Raiden Shogun before as well.
we had Raiden Shogun because let's see, Crunchyroll Expo, she came for the Jujutsu Kaisen with like another Jujutsu Kaisen VA. So people mainly knew her for Jujutsu Kaisen, but there was the Genshin people that are like, Raiden Shogun!
Yeah, because that's where I was hoping to go down to, because I like Raiden Shogun's my main. She's my main DPS there.
I had a photo.
Jealous.
Sorry!
No, that's fair. That is completely fair. On that, we think we're going to wrap it up early there. Well, technically not early. We're just having a short episode this week.
Because I feel as though, like, with this, like, everyone knows already the impacts of social media and what it's had towards it. Like, if you guys want us to expand on this, like, I think maybe if someone can, we might put a poll up and be like, do you want us to expand on this topic, possibly? In, like,
I feel like we could go on.
Well, like, but, like, the thing is, like, like, if people want us to follow up on it, like, I feel as though we'd be more than happy to talk about this further. It may be like a bonus episode or something. I don't know. Like, not necessarily saying like it's going to be part 2, but just maybe a follow up, and maybe possibly we answer questions or something. Because, you know, I do want to hear from like fellow cosplayers, you know, their stories on like how they've grown or how they've became, you know, like how they use their like the social media to benefit them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's completely fair. So we might end up revisiting this topic later on.
Yeah.
Might also be great if maybe later on we can get some more outside opinions as well. See if anyone wants to put in their 2 cents and their experience on social media.
Yeah, 100%. Wait, like get the polls and like question things going on like on like Instagram or something, and
conveniently on social media.
Conveniently on social media. And we'll keep them for later, and we'll definitely have a look into it.
Yeah. Anyway, so this has been chaotically no, what are we? Basically chaotic.
Basically chaotic.
Chaotic podcast. I am Cos the Wagon.
I am Tiff Twinkle.
I am on email. Please book the Maid Cafe at Animanga next weekend.
And I'm Gremlin Child.
And we hopefully will be back. What would be next
In 2
fortnight? In 2 weeks?
we
Oh,
can't.
no.
Fortnite. We like Fortnite.
We
sorry.
can't. We technically can't because that's Nintendo Live, and I might be out both days.
Oh no.
Oh, you're going to be both days as well.
I'm gonna. So Sunday I'm just lobby Connie, and Saturday I've got a ticket to go in.
That's fair.
Oh, lucky.
So we'll post up for next time that we'll be living then.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say if we can get back to the original schedule, we could possibly do next Sunday if we're free.
No.
Next
Animanga.
Sunday I got Animanga.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. All right, that's fine. We'll have to possibly look into the next episode then. Maybe it could be a night episode if I come back from Nintendo Live early enough. I don't know.
There we go.
God,
We'll-
it will
we'll-
put on socials.
Yeah, no. Once
We will
confirm
figure it out.
We will
Alright.
post up.
All right, thank
is
you all so
chaotic.
much for tuning. Yeah, this is chaotic. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. All right, see yous all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.